Hello. Looks like Alistair's making a transaction here of some kind. I don't know what you think you're gonna get out of there. Hey, sweetie. Are you cold?
Yeah, just a bit.
Hey, Connor. All right. Yeah, it's snowing all right.
Let's go, Alice.
Okay.
Come on.
So we're up in Lake Tahoe area. It's Zephyr Cove on the Nevada side. So we came up here originally to meet with my sister Eden because we're not certain on all the Utah laws regarding CBD oil. Now, it doesn't mean that you can't take it in Utah. They do sell it. I think some people say like, hey, you need a card from a doctor. It really just depends. Because we were uncertain about the laws, we decided to come out to Nevada. So anyway, yeah, because we were uncertain, we just came out to Nevada. My sister lives out here in Reno, so we came up the mountain to Tahoe. She's gonna meet up with us here and give you guys a little bit more information. I also want to state emphatically, we are not legal counsel. You are responsible. You do your own research. Find out what it is you need to know and your local laws.
Hi, my name's Eden Wakefield, and I am a full-time cannabis consultant, and I also run a cannabis coaching business on the side.
Okay, and why are you here? What are you doing?
Well, I'm Robbie's oldest sister, and I'm here to help with Ian's issues that he faces with his autism with some CBD oil.
Okay, and what kind is this? Can you pull that back to your face so I can see it?
Yes, this is the Harmonious brand CBD. It's a full spectrum that's different from a distillate in that this contains all of the compounds of the hemp plant versus a distillate which would only contain the CBD itself.
So this is better than what I just say find over the shelf at like my local mall or something like that?
Absolutely. Also because you may find full spectrums here and there in that way, but you won't always have somebody who has put their lab testing next to the product online. There is always going to be current lab tests for every batch with the bottle.
Okay. And in full disclosure, we are using this for free thanks to the generosity of Eden's friend at Harmonious.
I'm Eden.
Ian. We screw it up sometimes. So they're going to offer this to us for free so we could try it out.
Yeah.
So that's nice.
Yeah, very nice of them.
Yeah. Anything else you want to say about it, or how, you know?
I stand by it 100%. I tell everybody about it that I can, and especially people who are afraid to try THC or any of the heavier products. This is a really, really great alternative.
Oh, and that's another thing too. So THC versus CBD. Why don't you tell us maybe just very briefly the legality involved, but also how THC is a neurological inhibitor, that type of thing.
Yeah, THC has many medicinal benefits that we're still exploring in science, and the legalities kind of put a damper on that because federally it's not legal to actually perform lab testing on actual cannabis in the United States. This is from the hemp plant, cannabis's cousin, and has all the other medicinal compounds that you're going to want. But yeah, as far as something that has higher THC in it, that's going to be where you're going to need to be in a legal state and deal with it on your own. Make your own decisions accordingly. Choose
Check
state
your local
or federal.
laws. Yeah, mileage may vary. No, this is fine. This is over the counter type stuff.
Yeah, you can order this. This is legally able to be shipped throughout the United States without problem. So,
including Utah.
Including Utah.
Yeah, so we just found out about this recently, and sorry if my voice is a little bit muffled behind the mic, but we just found out that the laws changed so rapidly that Utah has legalized CBD oil over the counter. I think it's okay to give it to minors in Utah. We were unsure, so we came out here to Nevada because I knew my sister would know better than most in accordance with local laws and customs and things like that.
Yeah, this is completely legal to give your kids. The FDA is trying to step in and stop CBD from being able to be given to pets and kids and things like that. And we're working on fighting that. Because CBD isn't regulated, though, that's why I prefer to go to this brand, because he does things through state regulation. So even though it can be shipped anywhere you want it to go, it's still above board for a product that you know is going to be regulated. You know that this is going to be factual.
Okay. Awesome.
Yeah.
Was there anything else you wanted to say?
I'm just really grateful to Brandon and Anthony and the guys over at Harmonious CBD for being so generous as to offer us this opportunity to see how we can help Ian with CBD oil. Okay.
How long?
We're going to do
Under the tongue?
3 drops. 1, 2, 3. That's it.
3 drops? That's it, 3 drops to start?
Yep.
3 drops looks perfect.
Oh, good. How does
It's
it taste?
better than a half one.
Good.
Because a half one makes my legs crazy like this.
Like your Spiridone does? How does it taste?
It tastes a little fine.
A little fine.
But
Good.
It's like jelly.
All right, Dre, what would you say to people who just say you're drugging your kid, you're just making him passive and zombie-like? What would you have to say about that?
Well, first I'd say that's not true. That's not what happens. I mean, Ian's as talkative and has as much of his personality as ever. He's a bit calmer. And I'd argue that this medicine isn't really for us, the parents. It's honestly more for the kid. They're less anxious. They're able to sleep better. They're able to concentrate better on the tasks they have at school and the chores they have at home and whatever they choose to put their mind to. I think it's highly beneficial.
Yeah, and that's been for Risperidone. So what do you think so far of the oil?
Well, I'd say the biggest difference I've noticed between Risperidone and the CBD oil is that Risperidone immediately makes Ian sleepy. And
Jesus, water.
he is actually more tired and more lethargic on Risperidone than he is on CBD oil, although the CBD oil has a more calming effect.
Is that yours,
And
Daddy?
that may not be true
Is
for
that
all kids on
yours?
it.
Can you
From what I
get
understand,
it back of you?
it affects. So I'm trying to get through this. It affects people differently based on their body
Do
chemistry
you want it?
and their
Do you
neurological
want
makeup.
it?
I'm not sure why
Is
that
that
is.
Daddy's
That's just what I've
camera?
read.
So it's really nice to see Ian reacting well to it. It's still too early to tell if this will be a permanent replacement to Risperidone. But again, with Risperidone, it's just, there's too many side effects that long term we think could be detrimental. Especially how it makes him a little bit sleepy to begin with. And then that is kind of like pacifying him. Not that we want him to behave that way, it's just how he responded to it. And so, as many people have mentioned online with medications, there's a kind of a cocktail that people go through where they try Risperidone and that doesn't work, so they try Abilify. And they just kind of go down the list of different medications until that wears off, then they go on to the next thing. And we want to try something that's maybe a little bit more natural, a little bit more long-term, that Ian can take and not have any major side effects. So far, the only side effect we can see that I guess you could say was major was that he woke us up at 4 a.m. and he goes, "Daddy, I'm hungry." So he had the munchies, for lack of a better term. So one of the things we did want to mention is we're starting out small and we're working our way up. So we started a very small dosage and we monitor Ian's heart rate and things like that. So I put my hand on his wrist, I did a stopwatch and he was about 75 beats per minute, so he did well. In the middle of the night, I checked his pupils, made sure that they weren't dilated or anything like that, and they reacted just fine. Another thing that is nice is the cost. It's about half as much as Risperidone. How did you feel?
I feel good.
Feel good? Mm-hmm. What was the word you said?
Fantastic.
It felt fantastic?
A little bit fantastic.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
Do you still feel fantastic?
Yeah, because I was playing with my fake imaginary friends. They're right there. It's crowded. There's a lot of them.
There's a lot of your imaginary friends?
Yeah, they're all come to a party with me and us.
Nice.
There.
Hey everybody, we're back in Utah. I'm out here walking with Ian. You can probably hear him. Say hey.
Hey guys. Well, I'm Brandon Lamborghinis in Hyrule.
Well, yes, you are. So just want to do a quick little recap here, kind of a summary of the week in Nevada. We're basically ending Ian's dosage on the CBD oil. I'd love to continue it, actually. Had some pretty good results. It doesn't last as long as his Risperidol, but I like that it doesn't have as many side effects, especially the drowsiness that comes with Risperidol. Hopefully it doesn't get too loud. We're heading into a construction area. I would have done it inside the house, but the kids have been super noisy. So I come out here and there's construction everywhere. What do you do? So anyway, basically the Utah laws are such that we can't continue the CBD oil, to the best of my understanding. You guys can correct me in the comment section if you want. Let me know more. But as I checked, the last bill that was passed in 2018 was like 200 pages long. I don't have time to read it. Most people don't. And it basically covered things like epilepsy in terms of getting a medical card, and autism wasn't even on that list. So yeah, you basically need permission from a doctor or a medical card saying that you know, your child needs CBD oil. Oh, I forgot to mention too, if any of you are new to the channel, it's been well documented that Ian has autism. You can see his paperwork there, just because we get that question a lot, because he is more or less high functioning now and he can talk. A lot of people are like, is he even autistic? Should you be giving him medication? Yes, he is. But anyway, aside from all that, we would have loved to continue using CBD oil. And you know, many people do, no matter what the laws are. I don't think anyone's gonna come after those people. We wanna be careful because we're putting on YouTube, and inevitably you get one or two zealous parents who are like, that's it, I'm gonna call Child Protective Services on you. You're torturing your kid, you're a terrible parent, blah, blah, blah. Long story short, you know, they're calling people and just making your life miserable because they've got nothing better to do. We're trying to do the best we can for our son. That's the honest to goodness truth. We really want Ian to be happy and healthy. And when it comes to more severe autism, and he's not very severe, but the further you go down the spectrum, the more difficult life becomes. Just doing basic things, just feeling like you can go outside without being overwhelmed. And he has a difficult time with that kind of stuff. He gets overwhelmed. So it helps him. Yes, it helps us too. That's an added benefit. But the first priority is to help him out so he can go to school, he can go to church, he can go to public places and not be overwhelmed and just make it through the day without tons of problems. So we appreciate my sister and her friends for letting us have the oil for free. Very nice of them. It doesn't reflect anything on our review. We just tell the truth, you know, how it is. It's not a magic bullet. It's been great though so far. I would recommend it to those who want to try it. Of course, your mileage may vary. Just depends on the person. Everybody's chemistry is different. So yeah, I hope that was helpful. And if you guys, of course, have any comments, questions, let us know. Appreciate all of our supporters, and we will see you next time.